15 of them, Alan. And Wayne McLaughlin on pole in that new car.
Certainly is, and well-built car it is as well. But Brett Tatnall, the dark horse on the outside. But the track, still very green, Martin. That could catch a few out in this first turn.
Absolutely, and actually McLaughlin struggling to get grip down on the inside as Tatnall goes on the high line, and a bit untidy coming out of turn one up behind them, Ray Taylor in the 22 car. Here comes the reigning state champion, Jason Richards. The lighter Tirana will be suited by the slippery conditions earlier on, but Bill Wilson says, well, I'm going to show you the old Centura's still got a bit of life in it yet as he comes up on the inside into fourth place. One lap down and into their second one, and McLaughlin now regains his composure and starts to open a bit of a gap out in front, but down in the slippery stuff he goes, and Tatnall leaves the gate open as Tatnall dives up underneath him now, and he takes the lead going down into the pit turn with 2 laps down and 8 to go.
Certainly the case, and here comes Billy Wilson. Oh, what a drive from Bill. He's up into second position, moved up from about 5th or 6th. Great drive here in the slippery conditions. The car probably lacking some of the horsepower of the quicker stuff, and Barry Yule has spun in the pit turn, got the car stuck down low, and that will bring out the first caution of the afternoon.
Actually, I thought he might have been bogged there, Alan, because it's pretty greasy down there in turn 3 and 4, and around goes Billy Wilson. A nice 360 and keeps on going.
A lovely pirouette.
Yes,
degree of difficulty, 7.5?
Oh yes, absolutely. I think we'll nearly give him a 9.5 total score.
Judges score?
Multiply by the factor of...
Judges score 9.5, 9.5 and a 9.2. So.
Yes, multiply by the factor of 3.5, which is about the depth of the mud in centimetres down at that turn.
I wondered how you came up with that figure.
I watch the Olympics too, you know.
Of course, they're coming up from Atlanta, Georgia this year.
Yeah, that'll be something to see. They're going to call, I think they're calling them the Coca-Cola Olympics. So Coca-Cola not only sponsoring tonight's program, but also the Olympics at Atlanta. Well, it's the home of Coca-Cola, isn't it? That's where it's actually originated from. Yeah,
but both events are very, very similar. The Olympics and the USA Tasmania Super Sedan Series. So,
well, we could call it the Olympics of Motorsport, I suppose, if that name wasn't already taken by the Nations Cup. But then again, we've been known to use a bit of journalistic licence up here on occasions.
And then some. Okay, they get the form up board.
Well, I don't know what's happened here. I can't see how Tatnall's in front, but and McLaughlin back to third, so something's gone on there.
Yes.
He was leading, or are we calling a different race?
I think we may have been napping. Well, we're just having this...
Wayne McLaughlin, because he's back in third place in the number 7 car now. Billy Wilson in second place, the 21 Centura. Then we go back to Dale Tatnall, Fat Tat in car 27, the Bob Jane T-Marts Commodore. Ray Taylor in the Pro-Tune Commodore, then back to 41 Race Gigs, and the reigning state champion Jason Richards in about 7th place. They get a green, and on their way once again. I think they've got about 8 laps to go this time as they head down the back straightaway, and Tatnall's still leading the pack, but here comes McLaughlin up into second place, making a challenge now on Wilson. Wilson gets the foot down, round the outside he goes in the 21 Centura, then back to Dale. Oh, Wilson's gone around. Oh, let's see if the field can get through safely here. Most of them have seen what's going on. A couple going to the infield to avoid the trouble there, and it's obviously very slippery down there on turn 4, because that's the second time that Bill Wilson's done that. Actually did it trying to avoid Barry Yule when he was stuck in the mud as well.
So things still very slippery on the track, but I tell you what, I think this will augur for a very fast track by the time the big super sedans come out for their final.
Well, actually the stewards have left the green on, Alan, so they're still racing. A couple of the guys caught napping, and well, it's your guess as good as mine as who's actually leading the race now. It might still in fact be Brett Tatnall in the 28 car coming through the pit turn, and well, it could be maybe Matthew Tatnall in
no, Matthew had to take evasive action as well, so I'm not sure on that one. But certainly watch that little blue Escort as well. Keep an eye on that one. That travels very quickly in the slippery conditions. Coming out of turn 4 now, but Brett Tatnall certainly the man on the move in the big 28 machine, the Launceston Sheet Metal Cortina. Jason Richards starting to pick up the pace, of course, the current state champion in the number 1 machine, also travelling very quickly. But these conditions. They're starting to sort them in from the boys, Mark.
Yeah, well, I think Jason Richards may actually be in second place because Bill Wilson was the one that caused all the trouble down in turn 4, and he's back there charging about midfield at the moment, having a battle royale with Dale Tatnell in the 27 car, Matthew Tatnell in the 29. He may be a lap down. We go back to Wayne McLaughlin in the 7 car, Ray Taylor in the number 22 Tiger Superbarn Commodore there, also Williams in 17, Craig Williams, a big squeeze on there. He's locked up with Ray Taylor. In fact, now they get themselves unhitched. Thought we might have had to call for a bucket of water then, but they got themselves unstuck as the field heading up towards the tower once again. But meanwhile, the leader, Brett Tatnell, he's about almost a third of a lap in front in the 28 car coming down through the pit turn.
White flag out, 1 to travel for Tatnell, and he looks pretty happy about it as well. Big 28 machine, so there's quite a tribe of Tatnells here. Matthew Tatnell pulls off to the infield. Protest flag goes out to Craig Williams for getting stuck in together with Ray Taylor. But checkered flag time. Brett Tatnell takes the first event of the afternoon here at Carrick Speedway.
Second place would probably go to Jason Richards. A little bit of confusion there when we thought they'd stop the race. And third place, in fact, may have been Geordie Howe, but he could have been a lap down. So it's more
Brett
likely
Tatnell
to be Dale Tatnell in the 27 car, followed in by Bill Wilson, then Wayne McLaughlin in 7, Ray Taylor in 22, Craig Williams in 17, Ray Skeggs in 41, and they're probably, well, Brett Dawkins in 19 and Barry Ewell in 4. Probably the only ones on the lead lap, but certainly the track is going to settle down. It's a little bit greasy out there at the moment, but there's a nice bit of a breeze blowing, and of course